Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today, as this is your match preview for the long-awaited, unbelievable, top-tier, creme de la creme fixture of Chelsea versus Barrow. Shout out Barrow. Hello Barrow, how are all of you doing this evening? Well, if there's any Barrow fans watching, I can only say welcome. I hope you enjoy this entire experience. I don't want to sound condescending or anything like that. I'm genuinely being honest here, yeah? Any Barrow fans watching, respect to you, welcome. It's great to have you. Honestly, we don't normally hear about Barrow, right? So I'm sure that people from Barrow right now are going, bloody hell, yeah, we've hit the big time. You probably have. And I'm looking forward to seeing Barrow at Stamford Bridge play against Chelsea, and it's going to be quite an experience for their lads. So honestly, I'm genuinely happy for them. I hope Chelsea win, of course, we better. But this is a game where I can actually really appreciate, respect, and wish good things to the opponent. Gonna be quite an evening. So Barrow, welcome. And I think this is the first and maybe last time you'll ever hear on Younes Talks Football me talk about Barrow. So once again, welcome. But before we get into this preview, which is a pretty straightforward preview for being honest, and I want to mention a lot about Maresca and what he said in the press conference, because this guy, actually I'm not going to say this guy applies to one guy that's already left and we don't need to talk about him over again. But Maresca, hold that thought. I've heard there's a rumor going around and I've tried to verify it, and thankfully I can't. Thankfully, I can't verify it. There's a rumor going around that apparently Chelsea versus Brighton this weekend, which is a 3 p.m. kickoff on a Saturday, the referee assigned for that game is Anthony Taylor. Now, like I've said, it's a rumor and it's not been verified. I've tried to look everywhere and I can't find anywhere official that tells me this. But there's a few things being said on Twitter and on Threads and on Insta and all of these places that Anthony Taylor has been given the gig and he will be the referee on Saturday. Let me just say this now. It better not be Anthony Taylor. It better not be Anthony Taylor. And why? Because we can easily debunk any doubt that people have that there's a controversy or a conspiracy on Chelsea Football Club by the Premier League. If Anthony Taylor ends up the referee, you know what that would mean? That would mean in 6 Premier League games, the first 6 Premier League games of the season, 3 would have been reffed by the same geezer, by the same bald, incompetent, low-class referee like Anthony Taylor, yeah? We saw what happened the last time he reffed the game. Look, the Premier League, right, we know, there's always been a campaign against Chelsea. Shout out Jose. But if you guys even want to protect Anthony Taylor, the wisest thing you can do is not get him into a Chelsea game. That's if you want to protect him. I'm not even talking about how Chelsea are going to be affected. We know how Chelsea are going to be affected if Anthony Taylor's a ref. For his sake, do not put Anthony Taylor as referee of a Chelsea game, at least this soon after the last one, and we saw how wrong that went. The Chelsea-Bournemouth game at Bournemouth, where everyone was given a yellow card, I was booked. I was booked for my review. 2 days after, what happened? Apparently there were threats, on Anthony Taylor and his family, which is outrageous. But I'm telling the Premier League, listen, you guys are putting him into the fire if you even think of giving him a Chelsea game this soon. It's insane. So don't. This better not be true. I'm going to say that now. This better not be true. For the sake of him and for the sake of the football match. Yeah? Chelsea-Brighton needs to go without controversy. Please do not put Anthony Taylor on that football pitch. So I hope this rumour is false. But we will find out soon enough. Well, going into tomorrow, have we got bigger fish to fry? No. We don't cook up fish on this side of London. We cook up premium steak. Yeah? Premium sirloin and ribeyes and tenderloins and T-bones. Yeah? We don't even do rump steak and topside. That's steak for the peasants. We do top end steak, yeah, top end. The only thing now that we got to top ourselves with is caviar, yeah, because that's what we're cooking up in here. But Chelsea versus Barrow in the Carabao Cup is not exactly caviar, but it's a good opportunity to get players playing that haven't got minutes and to be able to go for a game without any pressure. Again, no disrespect to Barrow. Barrow are actually doing really well. Let's talk about Barrow a little bit. They are in League 2. They're top of League 2. They're having a really good start to the season. So shout out Barrow. If I'm not mistaken, they only recently got promoted to League 2. So they were technically a semi-pro team before getting themselves into League 2. Yeah. So this is where I'm sure their lads are going to play tomorrow like it's the Champions League final, right? It's their biggest opportunity of their careers. It's a chance to get spotted. It's a chance to make an impression against one of the Premier League big boys. It's an occasion that maybe a lot of these players are not going to get another chance of. Yeah, they play in League 2. They're probably going to get promoted to League 1. Who knows? Possible. But to think about playing in a Premier League venue, it doesn't come by very quickly and very often for these sort of players at Barrow. So they're going to definitely seize the moment. And not just, enjoy it, but they're going to try and do their hardest to leave everything on the pitch. So we're going to see intensity from them. But the level is the level. And this is where I think we entertain just that, normally Chelsea, even by resting players and getting players on the pitch that don't normally play, we should be able to get the job done pretty straightforward and pretty efficiently. I don't want to come in here and say, we're going to batter them. I don't want to do that because I don't want to be disrespectful. I would rather do that against a Premier League team that I'm certain, now, you know what, we should have this. Against a League 2 side like Barrow, I wouldn't want to be like, we're gonna wipe the floor with. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Again, like I said, they're definitely going to play with intensity, probably higher than some, low-end Premier League teams do. But at the end of the day, the quality and the level that they have is where they maybe get let down. However, we'll see what happens. It's a chance for Chelsea to maybe bring the tempo down a little bit. Not too much. Don't want to fall asleep, but bring it down a little bit. Just to prevent things like injury. We've got a heavy schedule coming up now. We've got Genk to think about in midweek next week with the Conference League. So there is going to be rotation and opportunities for players to play. So we've got to think of that, but not be stupid and not try and give 120% in a game like this where we can just, try and be a little bit reserved. I do want to commend the way that Maresca is talking in these press conferences. Yeah. The one thing that I'm loving from Maresca is his clarity. It was clear from the beginning, but he's showing it more and more that he knows what he wants. He knows what he wants. It's straight, it's direct, it's honest, it's to the point. And I love that. I love that. He's got complete clarity. And he doesn't shy away from it. And he's made it absolutely clear to everybody. And I think he's getting really good feedback from that. So that's one thing. The doubt in a manager or head coach, so I say, like Maresca, has always been just the ability. Like, what can you do? Because he was managing at a lower level. And he's never been at this level. So that's the doubt. But so far, so good for Maresca, without question. So far, so good. Keep it up. However, his character, what I'm in tune with right now, what he'll bring to the team and what he'll do with the team and all that will present itself for good or for bad. So far, so good. But for good or for bad, that will come later. But just the way he carries himself, the way he talks, that side of it, yeah, I'm very impressed and I'm very happy so far. Very happy so far. And as I've said, these press conferences, he seems to be very clear, very honest, very acute, should I say? He's straight to the point, no hesitation, and you can feel the authority. He doesn't need to try. You can just feel that there's an authority there, but it's in a it's in a respectful way. It's like, I hold the reins, but I'm not a dictator. But you're going to listen to what I say. If you don't like it, I'm not going to force you, but you can leave. You know what I mean? Like, it's a great balance that he's got, and the way that he talks is great. You can feel that he's got control on this team so far. Full control. Which is what there was some doubt in that when it came to Pochettino in the earlier stages of the season last season. But it feels like that Maresca has control. And when he's talking in the press conferences about, we're going to be able to rest these players. I didn't include these players in this squad. He was talking about Dewsbury Hall, and this is what clicked for me. When you mentioned this, I was like, okay, now I'm beginning to like this guy. Yeah, in the way that his logic and how he talks and his meaning, it's settling out. It's settling really well with me. And that's how he was talking about Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall, you have to remember, was his player at Leicester last season. And one of his main men at Leicester last season. The doubt that I had, for example, when Dewsbury Hall came in was that a player like Dewsbury Hall that's come from Leicester is now going to be a main man at Chelsea. Like, this is insane. You can't be doing that, yeah? It's not like Leicester when they won the league, for example. We're talking about Leicester in the Championship. It's not the same, yeah? Anyone with a brain can know that. But he clarified that, and he was right. He was honest. And you can see that he's been honest with Dewsbury Hall. He mentioned that Dewsbury Hall at Leicester, he was his main man. One of the starting players in the team. And he brought him to Chelsea. But now at Chelsea, you're not one of the main men. Yeah? And there's work to do, and you have to adapt. And he was mentioning all of this, that Dewsbury Hall has had to, he's very happy with him, but he's had to understand that he's not one of the main men in this team, that he has to adapt, which means that he's been told by Maresca, who was his manager at Leicester, that, listen, this is Chelsea. It's not going to be like how it is at Leicester, which is great because it shows me that Maresca is understanding the level at Chelsea that we're expecting here. That is ticking off the boxes of doubt that I had prior. Slowly but surely, right? So when I hear things like that, okay, cool. Nice. I'm content with that. So the more that Maresca talks, the more I like him. And hopefully it keeps going that way. But, and he mentioned this, and I get what he means, and I think I understand what he's trying to do. But if it were me, if I was a player, I wouldn't want to hear that. I would want to be told, but then again, I might be just a bit old school. I don't know. Maybe I'm old school. When he was saying that there are people that analyse, and he was talking about, people that have had doubts or criticisms on Chelsea and all of that, and saying that, maybe they haven't understood the finer detail of things and they just look at the result but not the performance. Well, yeah, I'm sorry. Right now, I'm looking at only the result, my friend. I appreciate the performance when it comes hand in hand with the result, but I am looking at the result, And I don't want I do appreciate this. I don't want, like Bournemouth. That was a result. But we were bad. Like, it was bad. And we got, fortunate in that last 10, 15 minutes. But you can't be playing like that week in, week out. So if that's what he means, then cool. We've got level ground. However, results in the long run mean everything. If we want to get top 4, we're going to have to win games, And there might be some games where you do it ugly. Cool. Some, not all, some. But it doesn't mean that the number one priority here of everything is just the performance. Like, no, it has to be the result. He did, I think, correct that after when he was told about winning the Carabao Cup, and he was like, well, of course, yeah, of course we want to win. So is he trying to elevate the pressure of the team? Maybe, because we've already got one indicator of maybe that he's starting to say things in press conferences just to get the media to keep it cool and maybe relax a little bit. Like when he said that Mudryk was one of his options on the left-hand side, and what happened? Yeah, he didn't even play against West Ham. Pedro Neto came on that left-hand side instead. It is what it is. And he clarified that in today's press conference, that tactically Pedro Neto was the guy that was selected ahead of Mudryk. Maybe Maresca, maybe just in front of the press, is saying things at a very surface level just to keep the press contained. And if he is doing that, then fair play, I understand it. But it does seem like from within, he has a good grasp, he has control, and he has authority, and he knows what he wants. Good start. So that's that. Going into tomorrow, a couple of players are back. Gusto's back. Fantastic. Lavia's not just yet, and Reece James we haven't heard from. So apart from that, everyone's available, and there are going to be players that are involved that don't normally play. We've also been told Tyreek George and Achiempong will be on the bench, I think, not starting, but they are going to be in the squad. So this is why I've not put them in the starting 11 I'm about to show you. But they are in the squad, and I will want them to come on for maybe 20, 30 minutes. That would be nice, especially if we've got the result wrapped up by then, fingers crossed. Here's my starting 11. Let's get into it. Here it is. So, I've shifted everything. I think I've only kept Enzo. Yeah, I've changed everybody. And there's some faces there that some of you are going to go, oh no. Is Jorgensen fit yet? I think he is. If he's not, well, I don't know. Bettinelli, is he still around? Does he still play for us? I don't know if Bettinelli plays for us or not. But basically, give Sanchez a break. Yeah, give him one break. He deserves it. He's been playing well. So that's that. But if it's Jorgensen, is it Jorgensen or Jorgensen? It's Jorgensen, isn't it? Well, anyway, that geezer. He goes in goal. Centre backs. I'd go toss in Badiashile. Badiashile just because, like, well, you're going to have to play one game, innit? Like, is what it is. But I would play Badiashile. He's back now. So Badiashile play on the left-hand side of the centre-back pairing. Toss him plays 90 minutes. Give him 90. Unless if we're starting to shoehorn him into the Premier League starting 11, then maybe Fofana probably plays this one. But who knows? Gusto returns, so he plays. But I would tell Gusto to not operate at 100% during this game. He should be able to cope and handle it. I would probably tell him to just run at 80. 75, 80%, keep it at that. You don't need to go all guns blazing, complete intensity. Be smart. Run when you have to. Don't run when you don't have to. It's not the end of the world. It should be okay. And don't play the whole 90 minutes. I would take Gusto off at some point, and I would bring on Achiempong to fill in. So I'd give Gusto maybe an hour, and then I'd give Achiempong the whole half an hour to finish the game. So that would be me. Ben Chilwell, welcome back. I didn't think we'd see you again, my friend. I thought you was dead. You know? Bloody hell. This is like Ian Wright, where he met his teacher from school when he's just taken off his hat and he's gone, I thought you was dead. Chilwell, I thought you was dead, my man. I thought you was dead. But you're not. You're alive. It's great. He's alive. So, look, Barrow, I'd give Chilwell the remontada. You're back in, mate. You can play this one. I would. He's available for selection. Give Cucurella a break. I'd play Chilwell. So that's that. Enzo keeps that role because he's only just come back in, and I think he needs some minutes. And it'd be nice for him to get some rhythm. And it's Barrow, so he shouldn't be under too much pressure. So I'd want to see him there. Ahead of him, Dewsbury Hall plays the 90 minutes for me. I think he can. He comes in for this one. It's a perfect level for him. João Felix replaces Cole Palmer as the 10 sort of player. So João Felix to play for me. Whole game. He can stay there. Pedro Neto comes in on the right-hand side where he is originally meant to be playing. I'd give Pedro Neto that right-hand side as well. He can play the whole 90. Madueke doesn't need to come on for this one if I'm being honest. I don't think he has to. So that's that. On the left, look, Mudryk have some minutes, yeah? And just try and get back into some sort of a rhythm. You know, I'm not expecting a flipping clinic tomorrow, but get into a rhythm, yeah? Just don't make any mistakes. Have a straightforward game. Feel the grass again, you know? Put on those boots again. Kick a ball again, you know, like something. We got to get this guy up and running somewhere. So, okay, have a game. It's almost like a practice game, yeah? Have Barrow. Go on, have that. Again, no disrespect to Barrow. I don't want us to sound condescending. It's not meant to. But you get the gist. Mudryk plays, and then we see. After that, if he can play a Conference League game, okay, he plays a Conference League game. And then we can start to get some sort of gauge as to where he is. Because right now, I'm lost with this guy. I'm genuinely confused. I'm baffled with him. I've written him off. And I don't want to write him off, but I've written him off. But we might as well use the occasion here to, okay, look, you've got a chance here. Flipping take it, yeah? If you can't do this, then you're finished. You're genuinely done. So Mudryk plays on the left-hand side and good luck. And up top, look, Mark Gu can have this game. I wouldn't mind having Nkunku there, but I've got... The back of my head tells me Nkunku will just get injured carelessly if we were to just... It would be painful if we started Nkunku because Jackson's killing it now. If we're starting Nkunku in this game and then he gets injured, right? I'd rather Nkunku plays a Premier League game and gets injured there, because it's a Premier League game and Nkunku's quality. I wouldn't want it to happen against Barrow. So you know what? We don't have to play him because it's Barrow. Mark Gu is here. Mark Gu starts. Yeah, Mark Gu plays. Simple. And then we can bring on Nkunku. Jackson can have the day off. You deserve the day off. So Nkunku I'd bring on. But again, I probably understand if Nkunku plays the 90. I just hope nothing wrong happens. So that's that basically. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my starting 11. Do you agree or disagree? Let me know down below. But that is my starting 11. And my prediction, as I tell you guys, hit the subscribe button, notification bell on, and do not forget, check out the socials on screen and in the description right now. I'm going with, it's the first Chelsea home game, by the way, in a while. And I do want to make this point. It starts tomorrow, but I think we're all expecting a straightforward Chelsea win. Chelsea have 4 home games in a row now. We've set the tone away from home, that we're winning away from home. The atmosphere is good away from home. Things are looking good away from home. The confidence is high away from home. We now need to bring that to the bridge. Because there are fans that are genuinely still worried. And I don't blame them, because in the back of my head, I'm still concerned. I'm not getting carried away and going, oh my God, we're back. It's over. We're back. No. One game at a time. But there was a breakthrough against West Ham. And I want to believe that. And now it's about carrying that entire form, bringing it to the bridge and changing the energy at the bridge and getting the fans on side. Because if we can do that, everyone can relax after that. And we can start getting somewhere. So, 4 home games in a row. It starts tomorrow against Barrow, right? Then we got Brighton. Then we got Genk. And then we've got... Is it Newcastle? I think it's Newcastle. Well, anyway, we've got a league game at home. Or is it Forest? I think it's Forest. So anyway, big opportunity to be able to keep showing up to the bridge, get a result, show up to the bridge, get a result, show up to the bridge, get a result. Home fans, all of a sudden, everyone's happy, right? Everyone's like, okay, we're getting somewhere now. So fingers crossed we can start a run. That's why I said the game against West Ham was a breakthrough, because now we got an opportunity at a run. Let's go for it. So, starts tomorrow at Barrow. Let's get the job done. My prediction is Chelsea 4 or 3. 4. Let's go 4. Chelsea 4. Barrow 0. Sorry, Barrow. I want to give Barrow 1. I want to give it some... I'm going to have to be honest. Do I genuinely think they'll score? It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. If it was like the normal lads that were starting, I'd probably say no, but I'll go... I'll go no, I'll be honest. I don't think so. I think they might come close. I don't think so, though. I'm going 4-0 Chelsea. So let me know your thoughts down below. Again, shout out to Barrow. See all of you on the review tomorrow after the game when it's all said and done, and I'll catch you then. So have a good one, people. See you lot then. Have a good one. Take care and peace.